Hello out there in Random Land. How you doing? I'm Neon Tiger, and welcome to a Game 3 here in our wonderful, wonderful A Link to the Past Randomizer tournament bracket stage. I'm joined by Justin. How you doing? Let's see here. Anyways, what we've got going on right now is Jet and TwoC are playing Game 3 in this bracket game. It's 1-1, so, you know, whoever wins this is going to end up on top. I like that. Good luck, have fun, Jet. Yeah, let's see what Jet sets up here for a file name, just for fun. Why not? Just J, going for the short one. But yeah, we are just getting ready to kick off here. Standard start hard mode as always. This will be a pretty good match. Should be, with these two, expecting a pretty solid race. Gotta save them frames. Absolutely, gotta save those frames. Go with the short name.
Neon, I'm here. Oh. Sorry about that.
No problem. Got Justin back. No problem.
Right as we hop in, it's like, nope, you have no internet.
So, oh, yeah. Just a little
glad
bit
to be with all of you, but yeah.
No problem.
Just navigate that.
Yeah, a little bit of this Discord troubles, but that's not uncommon. That's happened before. Anyways, standard start. Didn't really get anything out of the chest at our house, so as always, going to walk around, make a little bit of a journey over to this bush that doesn't seem to have any roots, and then just suddenly fall through the hole. Ooh, bomb start.
Oh, interesting. This is one of those ones you really have to practice, so let's see just how practiced our runners are.
Oh, absolutely. And just 10 arrows in the lamp chest. As I like to sometimes call it, because usually I see a lot of lamps show up there.
True. Be interested to see as well what drop pack we're on, because that was 5 arrows to start, so I'm trying to remember which ones start with that.
Yep. So one of the good things about having bombs, it's both a blessing and a curse here, is we do have to go through the standard escape, which means we're going to want to have a bomb for bombing through the wall here. Should be able to get through here without using all 10 bombs, but never hurts to have an extra.
Moved by both.
Yep, nicely done there with those bomb placements to push the guard from one blast into the other. Using the pots as well to kill. There's going to be, I think, 2 more setups of these double bombs, and I should leave them with 4. They'll need 1 to take care, unless they find something, they'll need 1 to take care of the rat.
Yeah, minimum.
Oh, yeah. Oh, actually, I forgot. Green guard's only a single bomb, so yeah, that's...
Yeah.
So we're still at 4. Ooh, that's a flute. Interesting. Well, we're going to Kakariko at some point, so that's beneficial, but yeah, not super happy to have that. You'd rather have a sword, I think.
Yeah, I mean, they're not going to complain,
right?
Not for sure, but
yeah, we're gonna see these pots be used to great effect. It takes 2 of them to kill the ball and chain guard, and a magic powder. Ooh, we're 1 hammer away from magic bat logic.
It's the only way. Oh man! Wow. And that's always one of those questions in the back of your mind when you see that early powder.
Yeah, you always want to make sure that you get into a situation that you can get the most checks from the get-go that you can, but the magic bat not necessarily one that you're going to check right away, because it's usually a little further in before you get both the hammer and either the hammer or the mirror and the powder, or hammer mirror mushroom, Cane of Samaria to do fake powder.
Still, with the flute, that's a fair bit of chunk of time that you're kind of not losing if you decide you're going to go check that, because you can just hop over there real quick.
Yeah, we'll be able to probably see some divergence here, I would expect, Justin, once we get that flute, because we have some couple of options here. We can go up to the mountain, we can go down to do the usual south of Hyrule checks. Could even wrap in maybe some desert checks as well if you want to.
It's one of those gimmies now, really.
Yeah, it's just kind of a matter of where our runners going to choose to go, as both of them pretty close to following one another, but that's not unexpected here. At this point, with runners of TwoC and Jet's skill, you're not going to see a whole bunch of time loss here in this very early escape phase.
Oh, for sure. Good, solid, fundamental escape run through by both players so far.
Yeah, and this is where I mentioned that earlier. We're gonna need that one bomb to set up and kill the rat, which is right there. And
nicely done.
Yeah, you get a bomb drop out of that as well. So Jet's gonna kind of hold on to his.
Good strat.
Both work.
Yeah.
The only thing you gotta do is not die, because you're on a heart and a half.
True. Very true. Anything interesting back here? Absolutely not.
Nope. Then you get the money for Bottle Bender yet.
Oh yeah, true.
But Jet did pick up a heart, so it was not in too terrible of a spot. 2 hearts gonna be okay here, and a little bit of rat RNG on where they stop.
Yeah, it's especially fun in NMG.
How much is Bottle Bender?
Very solid.
Yeah, Bottle Bender's 100 rupees. No problem. Yeah, they're a piece of heart. Now, granted, they'll have a couple of places to check before they have to go to Bottle Bender. I'm certain they'll probably be okay money-wise. And yeah, both of them looks like going Lost Woods, Kakariko, which is pretty standard. Jet may go up and Jet's gonna go up and maybe check a few extra little things here.
Yeah, why not?
So yeah, we're gonna get Tree Pool just to see its heart.
And then charges up the tier 1.
Yep, 2C, of course, also checking to see if that's that.
Hey!
Ooh, there's a sword for 2C in the mushroom spot. Jet, look really quickly on the left there. It's just a rupee.
Yeah.
Ooh!
Oh.
Wow. That is some interesting tech. I've not seen someone do the map check there, but I guess that works.
Yeah. And I saw for certain 100% Red Crystal on Tower of Hera. It was so quick though. I saw just basically nothing else.
Yeah. I thought I saw pendant. I'm not 100% certain. I thought I saw pendant east.
It was red though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think you're right. I think it was the red pendant.
We'll get another check here.
Here we go. Oh, it was green.
Yeah. I was gonna say I thought I saw green pendant on Eastern. It is sometimes hard. It's sometimes very difficult to check because the runners will do this so quickly that you just have to kind of. Oh, there's the lantern. All right, so
already a male upgrade, probably.
Magic cape. Little foreboding.
Just a little bit. The lantern and the cape in there.
Yeah, lantern, cape, sword. Yeah, you're Canada AGA is kind of starting to be a thing that pops into your mind here as a possibility. Not a guarantee, but
no, but it's feeling strong. That's for
right.
sure.
You have to kind of at least keep that in mind in the back of your head. That's a possible play that you might want to make at some point, or consider with your routing decisions. Ooh, there's glove. Boomerang, bombs, and more money. Well, we're good on money, so bottle vendor is not going to be a problem.
Let's see what the scam is today. Yeah.
And we are going to wake up the bird that's sleeping inside the weather vane. So we won't see him again until we get to the maze race. And what's in the chicken shed? A bottle. Hey, that's convenient.
Pop right over here.
Yeah, absolutely. You always want to find. You always like to find an early bottle if you're, especially because you go to Kakariko and you just get sick kid out of the way. It's not the worst thing in the world to have that taken care of.
No, that's for sure.
Tavern, of course. There's a chest in the back. It's a big 20. It's on the library bookshelf. It's a piece of art, so we're not coming back for that. And 2C will just hop on down and we'll get a maze race check. What is it? Not worth it. And the play is going to be South Hyrule to go to the swamp here and see what's hiding out underneath all that water. Probably over usual route here, which would be the Mini Moldorm Cave. Maybe a wrap around to Estrad Cave as well. Get all those off the map.
Easy enough to... flute.
And Jet's going to come down here as well.
Okay, so if there's absolutely nothing in here, as 2C is getting in a little bit of bother. But if there is, what do you think? Is it time to start thinking immediate Aghanim gamble? Or are we still...
I think we're still digging.
Taking our time?
Yeah, we still have a couple places we can check. Moon Pearl.
Well, we have that.
Master Sword. Yeah, Moon Pearl being in a Mini Moldorm Cave is going to be quite helpful. Still need a hammer or a second mitt, but
yes.
Yep. I was gonna say we've got Mountain. Go up to Death Mountain. You can probably, if you want to go inside and check Eastern Palace, if you can get a bow, then that might be worthwhile because there's that fourth item as well. Yeah, this is all within logic, so not. Oh, and yeah, TwoC's gonna go over and check the ledge here. Ooh, there's another sword upgrade on that ledge.
Wow. Can't get it, but man, that is early tempered sword.
Yep. Who is the higher seed? I believe it's Jet. So, if I'm looking at the challenge bracket right, Jet should be the higher seed.
Which can be a bit of a challenge.
Yeah, I mean, bracket, this is still top 128. Still very, very, very tough crowd here. It's kind of like any other tournament. Anyone can knock anybody out at any given time just by having a good race or bad race.
That's true. Even just come down to like one decision, like left side swamp for.
Yeah, that's always an interesting possibility. Is that you get a close enough race where a decision to check one location may benefit you, and it may cost you the race. But both runners going to go over to Eastern Palace now, as Stefan really didn't turn up a whole lot for Jet. So we will need a bow to complete dungeon fully, unless... Oh, that's the... that's not a bow, that's the bug net. The 2C heads up to the mountain. I think Jet's going to go in Eastern and at least poke around a little bit and see if there's a bow or something in there, or maybe a required item that we need to not have to go do Aga. So yeah, we're only 16 minutes in. There's the map in the first chest for Jet. Let's see what else we got here in these next couple of chests. And this is within logic right now to go around and get all the way up to the big chest there. And it's 2C now. Finding that Spectacle Rock is not all it's cracked up to be today. It's not much of a spectacle. So let's see what's in the rest of the dungeon. We've already got our 2 items. We know there's a big key. So that means there's an item inside of the big key chest. Or the big chest, I should say. Big key chest is a separate thing. Nicely done there from Jet. 2C gonna follow. And what is this? Ooh, big 20. So this is vanilla big key. Let's take a real quick. Hey, SpeedGaming 4 rating with a party of 50. Welcome to. Let's see. Welcome to yet another fun randomized ALTTPR randomizer tournament match. This is game 3 between Jet and 2C Omnihon Tiger. I'm joined by Justin Z today. I'm going to see, it should be the big key, of course. Yeah, we have just started. We're only 18 minutes in. We've checked a couple of locations. Aga is indeed on the table as a possibility. We do know that there are a few things left to uncover. And Jet's going to find the book. Oh, okay.
Oh, I was about to say, not just on the table, but looking very likely, but that throws a wrench into that for sure.
Yeah, that's going to open up a few extra locations here in Desert Palace. So we will be venturing on over there very quickly. Jet's going to see, yes, that third sword upgrade is up on the table. The last sword upgrade as well. This is hard mode, so one of the things to keep in mind is that we do have a reduced pool of items in here, most of those being the upgradable items. So we're going to be stuck on green mail, 3 sword upgrades, 2 sword upgrades actually, I should say. We go up to tempered. We have the shield and 1 upgrade for that. No silver arrows. So one of the things to keep in mind is that once we find all those remaining items, or once we find all the items that can be upgraded, the remaining items will become 20 rupees. What's on the torch? Is it going to be something important? It is a small key. So
Yeah,
boots,
that's interesting.
Yeah, that may be boots lock, I think. Well, actually, no, it's not going to be boots locked. It's going to mean that the 2 items on the right are boots locked. Because we do have the big key here.
Yeah, and logically, we're boots locked because you could waste a key.
Right. The
So
yeah, go ahead, Justin.
yeah, it's kind of interesting. Like, you get that big key in the first chest, you're like, all right, good, we're good. Like, I can do whatever, and then then the small key throws kind of a little different sort of mindset for you into that. But with the fire source, you can still go to the back and finish it at least. So.
Right. Or you can choose to you could steal the key from here.
Steal this key here.
Yeah.
That would be risky.
Steal the key, save scum it, but we would have probably seen a save and quit if that was going to be the case here. Just to make sure that you have a safety when you do a hard reset.
Exactly.
Yep, the Jet's going to go ahead and just complete this as is. Don't blame him.
I think it's the most straightforward play. There's no real reason at this point of the seed to be doing anything too wild. So
yeah. I suspect, unless we've got progression on land molars, I presume we'll see Jet just kind of go and do Aga at this point.
Yeah.
There are locations that the book opens up, but they're right now mirror locked, so we'll have to see what our friend drops.
Might actually be handicapping himself a little bit, Jet, right now, having beams.
Yes.
It doesn't seem to be too problematic so far.
No.
But that was a very decent fight.
Very good fight. It's a map.
Oh.
Okay.
That's something they're gonna have to remember, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, those 2 items in desert that I couldn't get, even though I've beaten the dungeon. It's just such a strange situation.
Yeah, and 2C is also not gonna save scum. He's gonna go ahead and just complete the dungeon.
Yeah.
And pick up a crystal. So not a bad idea. Jet's gonna pick up the Agina chest here, find out it's really nothing important, and I suspect we'll see a save and quit and a journey back to the castle.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see if either runner decides to take a quick fake flipper, at least to the waterfall cave.
Yeah, that's the other thing I was going to mention. That's a good point. You brought that up too, Justin. Is that we don't know. We don't quite know yet. So maybe Jet might be thinking it because we haven't he's got the flute out and we haven't seen a save and quit. So this may be the exact play that you were mentioning.
Oh, and he's not even gone to Ice Rod Cave yet.
No, well, that definitely puts the idea of a fake flipper into play here.
Yeah. Yeah, decent one from 2C there as well. It's always a little bit awkward trying to do land mellows just with a sword.
Yeah, sword and bombs. Very interesting.
And Jet going back outside, again not saving and quitting. Rupee farming for Zora is an idea. I do wonder if either runner is going to feel like doing that, however.
2C's gonna do a fake flipper as well. He was thinking for a moment. So both runners doing the same thing here. There we go. For 2C getting that transition to get the flipper set.
Ooh, that was close.
Yeah, you don't want to take a hit if you're in fake flipper.
Bowman was taking aim, but Jet just fast enough to get under there.
Yep, and that transition back out is kind of pixel perfect. You have to stand in the right spot, and both of them getting it first try, so very nicely done.
Yeah, not bad.
Because you need to land just in the right spot so that it, as soon as you hit the water on that, it transitions between under the bridge and back to the overworld.
Your jump is just a little bit farther right.
And we're seeing them swim back out, so...
I would agree with Knuckle in chat that it would have been faster for either of them to flute back to 8 if they could stand on the shallow water, but they can't because they're fake flippering.
Oop, Jet's gonna check. 2C also gonna check here.
Yeah.
And find that their faith has been rewarded. Bees! All the bees. All the lovely bees.
Everywhere. Ledge says bombs, and I bet 2C will follow suit with Jet and just save and quit. Oh, shows what I know. Gonna head back out and flute. Now, where could he be fluting to? Death Mountain?
Maybe.
No, okay, he's just fluting to 4 instead of saving quick. Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
Stom, I'd say they've been not quite in sync the entire time, but they've each done everything that the other has done. So. All right, so no bow. I got good choice to just go up and whack these guys. And Jet will have beams now if he wants them, and that's pretty handy in here.
Not the worst thing to have.
No. And so will 2C. Although, when you use them there, you aggro all the guards. Normally, of course, in a vanilla run, you've got boots so you can dash and not beam that bad. Good use of the boom there. And really good use of the boom there, getting that key.
Mm-hmm.
And Jet discovers the stun prize as 1 green rupee, not very exciting. TwoC got the left-right RNG out of that other red guard. So a bit slower pot room for him. Overall, for both runners, really nice climb here.
And all right, well, it's about that time we normally like to play a small guessing game, but not the not the one where you put the numbers in based on where the key is, but the one where you guess the number of blue balls that we get today for Mega 1.
What do you think, Neon?
I'm gonna say 3.
It's pretty standard. I think I'll go 5. We're gonna be a little bit sadistic today, just a little.
Chat's doing the GT big key guessing game just to spite me again.
Well, 5 is looking unlikely now already.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
wow.
very, very clean. Very clean 4 at the start. Wow. And hello, everybody from SpeedGaming 5, all 214 of you. Welcome to the ALTTPR tournament bracket stage. We got game 3 here between Jet and TwoC.
And 1 blue ball on Aghanim.
Only 1. Wow.
Yeah.
I thought for a moment we might get the 0, which is...
Was looking like it, yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh.
Somebody finally guessed 1.
All right. Well, I think they guessed 1 after the point.
Zora
Anyways,
money on the pyramid.
yeah. There we go. Anyways,
Imagine Zora's got the hammer.
yeah, we had Desert Palace. It looks like Desert Palace and Tower of Hera are the red crystals, and our remaining pendants are Swamp Palace and Ice Palace.
That's pretty interesting. Flippers completely not required potentially. And 2C doing one of everybody's least favorite checks, pretty much, to start things off. And I like that play because we very well may have a bow-locked Palace of Darkness with nothing in it. So why not make this play first? It's one of those things.
Yeah, it's not a bad call.
You've not got a hook shot or anything to get over to the West Dark World, so why not?
Yeah, you gotta play the odds sometimes.
And you also got that Power Glove, so it's like, well, why did I get this? Oh yeah, it gives me access. So let's see if it pays off. Nope. Now the runners are going to be limited. 2C could have considered fluting to 2 really quick and grabbing a potion if he wanted to get a couple of chests on the right side here. Opting not to.
Mm-hmm.
Jet may end up with the really, really slow access to the top chest up there. No, he finds the Titansmiths, so that's interesting. Calls it quits, all right. And out of habit, went to the Sanctuary, is just going to flute over to Kakariko and get into the west side of the Dark World now. Headed straight to Skull Woods. What do you think of this one?
It's pretty good. It's a pretty good play because of the fact that you have a couple. This is, you see this play a lot because there's just so much chest space you can check up here in the front. Obviously not going to be able to complete it. It is a crystal dungeon, so I'll have to come back at some point, but it is well within logic, and it is a very common play that I see made in regards to where you go first in the Dark World. So,
and it sure just does have a funny tendency to pay off, doesn't it?
Sure does.
I'd be curious to see if 2C does the same as he's about to get his Titan's mitts here. Oh, 2C going to the mire area straight away.
Interesting.
Yeah, I like that because it is two pretty quick checks, and you get some info on what do you need to get into what is a crystal dungeon in this case, and it's bomb boats.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, fair enough. You don't have the mirror yet, so you can't check Checkerboard Cave, but maybe you're not planning on ever checking Checkerboard Cave as Jet finds a heart container.
Yeah, maybe you don't need to.
Yeah. Nothing interesting in there, as it turns out, but even still. And these runners do have the capes, so Jet happily going to go over and check Bumper Ledge real quick before heading down into the Village of Outcasts. And that's not too interesting.
You kind of have both vendors doing the Village of Outcast checks right now. Ooh, there's Ether.
Could very well still come into play.
Yep, we might need it for good old Turtle Rock, but we don't know that yet. It's a big question really right now is what's up on TR.
TwoC looks like he's heading towards Thieves Town, so it's one of those decisions that don't necessarily like that you even have to make it. Noticing a theme developing with the bottles.
Yeah, just a small bit of a theme with the bottles.
Oh boy. All right, 2C's either going to have to be really careful now, or nope, he's just going to take a death warp. So here's a nice bit of divergence between these two players.
little bit of a little bit of divergence there.
Certainly the slightly more conservative thing to do, what 2C is doing, but there's merits to both plays.
And digging game, of course, everyone's favorite pastime. Dig a whole bunch and get a bunch of junk. And it's bombs.
Yeah. Junk was accurate for sure. And it looks like, yeah, 2C is going to grab Frog for the Smith chain. It's the start of it. It does have to do it the long way without a mirror. Obviously, the flute going to help significantly on the time investment. In all likelihood, we're going to see Pipe Cave and then a save and quit.
I would suspect that quite a bit here. So, we usually see this Pipe Cave play as Jet going on through and
Found the small key, so there is... Cannot access the big chest without that hammer. What do we got? Piece of heart. Piece of heart. Another B and 50 rupees, so boy. We're running out of checks.
we're not running out of bees though.
Oh, we got plenty of those. Yeah, finishes off blind and is rewarded with other boomerang.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So we're kind of at that. Oh,
There we go.
Whoa! There's the hammer.
And you're right there.
Yep.
Outer time. Nope.
Not yet.
He's fluting away. Now, this could get very interesting if 2C immediately finishes off East Town and finds something in that big chest.
Yep, that could be pretty interesting if there's something down there.
Check Skullwoods first, though.
Mm-hmm. I definitely think the play will eventually wrap around to that, but you're gonna have a lot of stuff that you're gonna want to check first.
Nice dodge of the bombs there by Jet. Okay, and Jet will get his hammer too. After getting yet another B. Probably another heart container. I think he's got enough pieces of heart. Oh, and that one, of course. Goodness. Bombardment. Able to very deftly dodge all of that.
Yeah, it's very not always easy to do actually. Sometimes
It really
those-
isn't.
Yeah, sometimes those flying bombers are just kind of just on top of you, and you can't break free of them.
Yeah. It's like TwoC took an intentional death there to get back to the front door. I think, chat, that you get the hammer, you're like, all right, going back to the Dark World, like that's your immediate thought, and powder was like the second chest they picked up. It was really, really early, so it's just one of those things. You can forget you've got it, and it's not a check you make even in a lot of seeds. We will see if Jet does the same. Yep, he sure does. Then immediately fluted back to 3, so remembered. It's an interesting one.
Yeah, they made it work. So
Yeah.
yeah, if you can make it work, it doesn't really matter as long as it all works out for you.
Right, this is a small moment of truth. It'll probably be a little while before 2C comes back here.
Nope.
Oh, just 20 rupees. And we're going to get another one of them soon. As 2C gets around to that chest in the back. Okay, so Meyer Shed check time. It was pretty uninspiring stuff. 2C had taken care of that a little while ago. Nice use of the iframes from the water there by Jet to walk straight through those sparks. Where's he headed, I wonder? Oh. Spike Cave check potentially here.
Mm-hmm.
What a bad choice.
No, not necessarily a bad choice at all. Especially since it's kind of within the logic, you may as well check it.
Yeah, this is going to be close. It should be okay. Or not. Didn't quite make... Ooh, wow. Okay. Whoa! My goodness. That was by the absolute skin of his teeth as well.
Mm-hmm.
My goodness gracious. I thought he was a goner, but it must have just been the very last of the iframes right there.
Yeah, that was
Got him there.
that was something else.
Yeah.
And 2C finds the shield there in the chest, the big Thief's Town chest.
Yeah, so that's a twist. Spike Cave having the goods, and suddenly all kinds of checks that Jet's got. Oop. 2C released that sword just a fraction early. And opting to make use of the cape. Very good. There's our bow. Everything opening up now.
Yes, indeed.
And 2C gonna presumably do hammer pegs and get the purple chest. It's a bit of unfortunate situation that he still can't do magic bat. It may remind him to do it though. He's kind of running out of places anyhow. All right, and it's Hera time.
So we're looking down. Looks like what we still need is both the rods and the key to Samaria. And maybe something, maybe one of the medallions for Turtle Rock, and definitely Bombos for Misery Mire.
Right. Thing in purple chest, so yes, now back 2C goes to Magic Bat, and unfortunately he's not going to feel too good about this.
Nope.
Is understandable, you've just gotten the hammer a moment ago, to not remember. That's his 20. Now, is he going to think Spike Cave? Ooh. Well, there's one of them, Nihon.
There it is, yeah.
And all of a sudden, items are just kind of showing up the
Yeah,
way, so to speak.
Kind of getting to that point where we've gotten a lot of junk, so the pool continues to deplete as every chest opens up. But the more junk you find in this kind of this middle, just kind of wandering around, you lose more time, but you reduce the amount of locations that don't have progression. So should be pretty interesting.
Yeah.
See if
definitely.
we get some more progression here shortly, or if we get another bit of a dry spell.
It was a bit of a dodgy Lorm fight, as yes, 2C does head up to Spike Cave just as Jet finishes Moldworm off. Yeah, 2C did that the easy way. No danger there because he didn't turn the cape on and off. All right, a long, slow spiral cave check for Jet, and he's, I guess, just decided, yeah, I'm even if it is Ether Turtle Rock, I'm not going to go in there right now. It's with no rods, you can't really blame. Oh, that would have been handy in Spike Cave instead. Oh, on the other hand, no. That's going to take the little extra time to come back up and open up Turtle Rock from the portal, so... Well, potentially, anyway.
I think it probably is the decision here.
Certainly the thorough choice.
And thorough can be quite good.
Yeah.
Just a matter of if you're too thorough, but that's also not necessarily a problem. Get a little more info here. And it is Bombos, double Bombos today, folks.
Okay. Shot Cave really showing the runners no love. Maybe Super Bunny Cave, but having gotten the bow and a couple of other things, entirely possible our next check is the rest of Pod. Looking like it.
And Plastic pointing out a good point that it could be triple Bombos if we have to go into Ice Palace for the fire rod,
Ooh, very good point.
which is not off the table, but
Oh, that's for sure. Nice Harapot setup there by 2C. Useless always a little bit tougher. And we have a very early Pyramid Fairy check here. Or something we'd forgotten about, at least I had.
and S2C is taking down Moldorm. We'll see what's in the Pyramid Fairy.
And will it be more bees in the bottles?
One can hope. Nope.
Boy, wow. I wonder if Jet might be thinking about going to... Ah, here we go, Green Goo. Might be thinking about going to Catfish now. Well, at least not yet.
And back into pod, of course.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if... No, there's something like... Fire Rod. Maybe even Bombos. Back here that could have been obtained. Oh, as Jet takes a death. Short on health and got sniped by the Mimic. Yeah, an item you could have gotten out of logic, and potentially that's one of those where you can end up confusing yourself as to, wait a minute, where am I actually only supposed to be able to go? And if Samaria was in the Hera big chest.
So now the question, of course, becomes 2C. Where do we go next?
Looking like Pyramid Fairy as well.
Yep. Kind of at a point, it looks like 2C's mostly subconsciously kind of following the seed and just kind of ultimately following where Jet's been going. So, yeah, so very interesting to see here if there's a kind of a similar play here, especially since you're going to go do Pyramid Fairy.
Well, and to be fair, it has been pretty linear.
Yeah, that is to be fair. Jet's just been a couple steps ahead of 2C so far.
Okay, and Jet going back inside to take an intentional death here. And yeah, Lamgwin and chat pointing that out. I was thinking about that too. They keep getting money. I wonder if it's going to occur to either of them to even check, because this is a long trip, already knowing that the Zora Ledge has nothing for you. A lot to go for. Upper Cave is open, but it was not anything interesting.
Right. And of course, here is our friend Helmasaur King. Hello, friend. Goodbye, friend. In just a fair amount of time, I'm going to use that hammer to tap away at the wonderful little mask he's wearing. Don't be so shy. Come on out, friend. And then a couple of nice little sword swings right at the glowy spot, just as the doctor ordered.
Easy peasy. It's a good fight by Jet.
That it was. Very nice fight.
Not a complete bust, though.
No. Yeah, just beyond that crystal. So getting the crystal is good. It means that pod's clear. You don't have to come back here. And that's truly what we all wish for, don't we? Never have to go to pod again.
Well, yeah, that's for sure. Now I'll be curious to see if Jet thinks, well, Green Pendant Eastern, couldn't finish it when I was in there the first time. That sounds tempting. Yeah, it looks like it. And this will just be a straight shot to the back of the dungeon as both runners have already gone through the front.
Yeah, this will be a very quick shot here. Death Warp special there for 2C.
Yeah, basically identical choices in the Palace of Darkness. Nice use of the beams there by Jet to get through the Stalfos room. Jet just did something I often do, which is accidentally hit R or L because I'm squeezing the controller.
That's true. It's very easy to do. Those R and L buttons on the Super NES controller are very, very tight against the outside grip area, so not common to do. And didn't get the quick kill set up quite right, but still a good fight.
Is it just Sahasrara and Zora now? Is that right?
Yeah.
Jet hasn't checked Purple Chest. Question in chat if he'll want to do that first. I think possibly, yeah. Neither is a good choice to have orphaned. Let's see what's in here.
Is it going to be Green Pendant turn in? Yep.
Oh, boy!
Flippy floppy.
And we very, very, very well may have what Blast Egg was saying. But it looks like Jet says, I don't care. I am avoiding Pendant Ice Palace if I can.
Yeah, well, we still need a way in. So we need the
I was thinking the medallion they had was Bombos. And
no,
of course that's not what they have. They
sadly,
have Ether.
Yeah, sadly, Ether does not open it up. Oh, Jet's gonna go back in and no. Oh, Jet's gonna go check Purple Chest, I think.
It is a thought though now for him, isn't it?
Yep.
Thieves Town, big chest. Uh-oh, did I make a huge mistake? Being, not really impatient, but making that choice.
Did I forget to come back here and check that?
Well, this is giving 2C back some time. Okay, we're getting the fake flipper to Zora now, so...
Yep. Or in Jet's case, actual flipper.
Oh, yeah.
Or...
Actual flippers now.
Yep.
Double pointing toward Zora, if you like. At the glove and the flippers. So... Really strange situation, though, isn't it? Both runners coming up here very early, but with only 200-something rupees, neither thought that grinding for rupees before doing Aghanim would be a good idea. And who can blame them? And there we go.
Yep.
Man, oh man. Now those flippers really have to be weighing on your mind, because you didn't want to see them. You just didn't.
Mm-hmm. I feel like the play here is Ice Palace. You kind of have to at this point to go hunt down that Bombos.
That is what we're getting.
Now, of course, the question for 2C is, do you go straight up to 2 here? Or go to 8 and warp up, I guess, would be the correct decision. Yep. 2C is
You
on
got
it.
it. And Jet, although he has the Cane of Samaria to do Icebreaker, he's taking the more conservative, hitting that switch. Playing it safe. Nicely done. Looks like 2C is making the other choice. So this is an interesting twist. Oh, and the mirror is an Ice Palace. So pedestal now some potential, and there's just also a ton of
Mhm.
trollability, if you like. Because that mirror could be an absolute red herring. You just don't know.
I was gonna say, what if Bombos is right side Desert Palace?
Hey,
You need
oh
the
yeah.
you need the boots to get to it. I think that's probably like progression being right side Desert Palace at this point is probably the most trolly location it can be.
Yeah, no doubt. TwoC's got beams, so that's going to mess up his fight with Mothula here. As Jet gets down to Cold Stare. Goodbye on that green potion. Be able to use that. Just $50 in the back of Skull Wood, so that was not it.
Nope.
Still tend to think... And there are the boots. Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
But question is, does that mean that Desert Palace right side has something, or is it a a Bonk Rocks King's Tomb location? That's a lot of locations open up for Jet, but if all those locations don't have anything, it's kind of even with the additional time you get from the boots, it's just kind of not worth it.
Yeah, right. It's true.
Because this is a
True.
situation where if mirror and boots lead to absolutely nothing, if they're not required for this seed, then you're gonna be on a wild goose chase maybe if you're Jet.
The thing is, I can't think of anything else.
Right. There's not really any. Yeah, I think you're probably right. That
There's got to be one or the other, right?
Yeah, what you would think so.
Or hilariously, could be both. Like Ice Rod is behind one and Bombos is behind the other.
Yeah.
And it's true. Logically, boots were required as we talked about, but that's neither here nor there really when you're just trying to get through the seed as fast as you can. It is a weird situation still having 2 items in completed Desert Palace. Nicely done by TwoC on the Icebreaker as well, and great fight by Jet on Mothula. It was darn near perfect. I'd say here comes the likely pedestal check.
It would be interesting. Yeah, you just have that mirror out, so. And this would be if you're gonna do pad. Do a pad check. This is the time to do it. It's
Just
a shield.
a shield.
Yep.
Womp womp for chat. Now, Jet heading over, maybe gonna check Graveyard Ledge, Bonk Rocks, and King's Tomb all in one is my guess what he's doing here. Alright, so 2C gonna get whatever this useless item was in the big chest. Yeah. As Jet finds Quake! Can't find the right one! Ooh, TwoC using, very nicely done, using the sword beam glitch to get extra damage against the cold stare shell. I don't think he filled up his potion in the pyramid, so that was absolutely necessary to get right, and he clutched it.
I do love the fact that we have both medallions set. We don't need, so.
We don't need. And yeah, and the chances of that are quite low. As Jet, okay, not going first to Checkerboard Cave, going to check the right side of Desert now immediately. Mm-hmm. So this is where it gets really interesting, I feel like.
Is it? Yeah, well, Bombos being over here is like, okay, I'm going into Misery Mire. It's not here. Maybe you make this play into Swamp.
Is he gonna do King's Tomb, Bonk Rocks, but not Graveyard Ledge? This way, anyhow. Right, item number 1 in Desert. 3 rupees. 2 half magic. The seed. Here it is.
Hey, Checkerboard Cave. Hello. So we're still looking for the ice rod, but we'll see here. TwoC is gonna check Lumberjack Hudge. We did not see that check earlier, but Jet will be going into Misery Mire here in just a moment. You'd have to think with what's available that TwoC will probably make the go over the 6. Yep, go into 6. So
there it goes. Okay.
Yeah, not too far behind here.
Oh, we are close.
I guess depending on, does TwoC want to check Checkerboard first? It's at the mirror. No, it's gonna check. No, gonna check Lumberjack. Checkerboard first. So that's gonna tighten this up a little bit, especially if Ice Rod's in here.
He might still do it though, you know, because he still doesn't have Ice Rod.
Right, but I guess the question is, do you want to? It's easier to do Mire, which is a crystal, than it is to go back into Desert Palace, especially if Ice Rod shows up in Mire.
True, very true. Guess we will see. We also, of course, have the classic potential for Ice Rod in Turtle Rock now. Everybody's favorite.
Yeah, I like this play from TwoC. I think this is a smart call.
I agree.
Now, I always have a saying, Justin. I always say ABCD, which is always be clearing dungeons.
Yes.
It's always a good strategy.
Crystal dungeons, even.
Even better. Even better. Sometimes it does. You do kind of get stuck in a situation where you have to do pendants, but generally, you know, as long as you're making progress, that's really what you need to be focusing on. And it kind of, to me, it feels like this is the right play for both runners, is going in here and, you know, clearing this out, seeing if you can find that Ice Rod. It's only 2 items, so I know it's not the easiest necessarily to go through all of Mire and dig around for 2 items, but boy, I've seen, you know, number of times there's been a go mode item hiding out in this dungeon. just by pure coincidence. But
you've got to find that big key anyhow. So
yeah,
what the heck, right?
it's not a bad call. You know, you got to come in here and do it anyway, so you might as well get it out of the way now.
Yeah.
And that way, we'll probably see them try and save Turtle Rock to the end, if possible. Now this is where it gets really interesting, I think. If you're Jet, what's the play here? Do you make the gamble that it's within the Turtle Rock infrastructure, that it's inside a TR or it's at Mimic Cave, or do you go for the dip into Swamp Palace?
That is really the question of the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, because it'll be very interesting here to take a look at this.
TwoC not lucking out a second time. This is one I hate doing cutscene chests, just as personal preference. I would have gone where Jet is going, and TwoC takes a death. That is painful. Wow. It's a slow climb back into Mire, so that is rough.
I was going to say, chat's actually having an interesting discussion about possible paths to get to either Swamp Palace or TR, or which one you do first. I'm seeing a little bit of discussion about, doing Turtle Rock first, which, you can make the argument for that, certainly, that if Ice Rod is within Turtle Rock, you're there. You just need to go mode and finish up the rest of the dungeon, and then you just go to GT. So that's kind of the positive of that. The negative is if it's not Turtle Rock and it's in Swamp Palace, and you end up completing all of Turtle Rock and having to go all the way back down and then all the way back up again. So
even
yeah, see, Lamb Gwyn saying TR first every time, and a Data Plet immediately saying, heck no, Pendant Swamp for life. And now, of course, with that, everyone's also discussing like evil locations here, evil chains to get to Ice Rod. All of which this is one of the fun times is when we get to discuss the go mode chain. I'll always love that. It's just like a whole bunch of dumb items all chained together to get your go mode item. But Jet's just not too worried about that right now. Just working to the Vitreous fight, and use the Cape Dash strats here to kill a whole bunch of the little fellas.
Very visually appealing strat.
It's very fun, yes. And then 8 arrows to the eye. Apply once daily, and there you go.
And get a key, because Mire's empty.
Not necessarily sure if Ben Stein would approve or disapprove of using arrows on your eyes.
Turtle Rock it is for Jet.
Well, this is the play you make if you think it's NTR and you're more concerned with being able to get the GT right away. So this is not a bad decision. You kind of have like a 50-50 shot here of it's in one of these two kind of general locations, or there's some kind of progression that leads to it. So the question always becomes, right, where do we go from here?
That is it, as TwoC has that choice now as well.
Right, and I think I agree with Blast Egg here. mentioning in chat, there's no bad decision here. I would agree with that. There's going to be a decision that's less optimal at some point because of the way that the seed actually is constructed and routed. But yeah, 2C is going back in here, which is not bad play. But yeah, we don't know this. The runners don't know this, so it's really hard to make that judgment call. You've got to make some kind of call, but this is the hard part of routing. Is you have two very viable locations where this can be. Yeah, you kind of, as DataPlot also mentioning in chat now, I also agree with this. You just kind of go with what you think it is, and you stick with it, and you hope you're right. That's all that you can really do at this point.
Yeah, and then you do also, of course, have, for example, 2C took that death in Myra. It ended up kind of being fortunate because he ended up going toward the big key. But he's had 2 deaths now. I wonder if he's like, maybe I should metagame this. I bet Jet goes to TR, so I'm going to do something else. Right,
and this is game 3. There's risk management involved in these runs too. Yeah, he's going up to TR. So
he's going to TR.
He's gonna take the TR play.
And get dead rocked.
Yep, stupid dead rocks. There it is.
Oh wow.
136. Yeah, 130-16 right on the right side. Jet's in go mode. So both of them are going to make the right play here.
OTR drama, really. We barely even had a chance.
That's like the 3rd or 4th match I've called in this tournament where that's been that exact chest has had something.
Wow.
And I know at least once it was a go mode item in that left right side chest. Yeah, so Jet's this if you know Jet, this is where his bread and butter is. It's execution and going fast.
No doubt.
Jet is exceptionally good at execution. Now 2C is not out of this yet. Obviously is going to be at a bit of a disadvantage here, going to be going into and getting dead rocked again.
Again.
I'm just going to have to walk back over to kind of nope, didn't get quite the reset.
There was no way to get it far enough. X-axis off screen. Goodness gracious.
Yeah, so just kind of unfortunate for 2C, but you never know. You never know what could happen here. There's no guarantees in randos that something crazy won't happen, that 2C doesn't have some kind of idea when he gets into GT that he's going to take a slightly different path that leads him directly to the key first. So there's still possibilities for 2C to make up time. It's not over yet. Jet is kind of in the catbird seat here, so to speak, and has a lot of wiggle room as far as being able to make some mistakes and not have to worry about it too much.
Through the big key door just a tick after 132, so we can measure kind of their distance between each other off of that as well.
Yep. Yeah, this is
nice keys.
Very nice, but yeah, optimal keys there for Jet as well. So really doing a pretty good job of executing here, and it's just kind of pulling him a little bit more and more ahead, where it's the further and further you get into the seed and the closer you get to being done, it's going to be more mistakes than just routing choices.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
Yeah. And yep, all the way down to try next here. Not even going to bother with the checking the laser bridge. No need to.
Nope. Easy skip. Like, why even subject yourself to that? Jet doing the front approach, which is my preference, personally. You should get a 1 cycle out of this, I think. Yep.
Yes.
Very nice.
Very nicely done.
Even switched over to the hook shot.
Yes, indeed. So for anyone who's wondering about our GT Big Key guessing game, don't bother putting your numbers in chat because the bot's broken. Instead, I think we're going to have a prediction here shortly. If not, I mean, you can still put it in chat if you want to. It's just not going to
No
count
one will
toward
stop
anything.
you.
Yeah, I can't stop you. I've tried in the past to stop them. I've desperately tried in the past to stop them, and it doesn't work. So, yeah, the bot is broken for now, so we won't be able to do the bot, but we can still do it for fun. So.
Just north of 2 minutes 20 seconds difference, incidentally, 2C crossing that big key door.
Yeah, and I'm not even sure we have a. Well, not even sure we have a mod here to start the prediction, so we may not be able to do that today.
That's all right. I have all of 20 channel points in SpeedGaming 6, so
woohoo!
Yeah.
Your points. All right, and you can stop putting your guesses in chat because Jet is taking off.
I'm gonna say, yeah, nice one. I'm gonna say 17. What do you think?
I said 15.
15. Okay.
Because every time I don't guess 15, it's not. It is 15. So. I hate it.
Yeah, that's not the best, is it?
No. Well, we are our way up to number 3 here in just a moment. On the right side. Jet looking in cruise control a little bit here. Very comfortable.
Always nice when that Gibdo doesn't come down.
Here's 3, 4, 5, 6. It's not on the right side, so Jet's going to go in and steal the key, and we're back to the start.
Well, 2C, also a very good first phase.
Oh, yeah, very nicely done from 2C as well.
On Trinex, yeah.
Number 7. No. There's a heart there. Jet decides to pick it up. Might as well.
I think that's fair in hard mode.
Yeah, why not? It's there. Take it. 8, 9, 10, 11 coming up here. Number 8's a no. It's a upgrade. Number 9's a small key. Number 10 is another heart. And 11 is a big 50. Double fire bar chest. Don't normally see this one have the big key. And it won't today either. Number 12.
So plot thickens a little bit.
Mm-hmm. 13. Let me come up right here. Nope. Just a big 20. Rando room is next. 14, 15, 16, 17.
Got some hope for you here, Nihon.
Yes, we do. Hope for you as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be. I guess it would be Bob's
right.
in this format.
Yep. If it's not here, there's only 5 more chests. 14, no. 15, no. 16, nope. 17, nope.
Interesting. 2C, he's maybe kind of doing either Dark Magician or he's going to say, I'm doing Tile Room, which would be really interesting now. Not Tile Room.
It would be hilarious if it was Tile Room. That's not it. 4 more spots. 19, 20, 21, 22.
Very nice Ice Armos, even with the little extra there.
Mm-hmm.
It was very smooth.
Nope. No.
And
Oh. So we had one person who said 22. Visha, congratulations. You were the only one who got it. It is tile room. Wow. So that definitely could have pulled, if TwoC had done tile room, that could have pulled him back into the lead going up in the gauntlet. Might have had to get a couple.
Just imagine.
Yeah, might have to get a key or two, but I'm not sure how many keys were left on that. But yeah, he would have pulled another key, I think. Oh man, this is the time. This is the one time that if you do the tower room gamble and you're behind, it would have been fantastic. But unfortunately, Jet has last locationed the big key, and there it is, number 22. And away Jet goes. What do you win? Well, unfortunately, we don't have the channel. We don't have the points or the channel points right now. But you do win the satisfaction of actually guessing tile room and being correct.
And our admiration.
Yes, and our admiration, and being able to show your friends how smart you are when they watch the VOD back of this.
Nice spike room there by Jet, flying right through it. No safety fairy or green potion, and I don't think either player has any potions. It shouldn't be too much of a problem with half magic, but you never know.
Did TwoC use that blue potion that he picked up earlier?
You know what? I don't think he did. That's a good point.
I was gonna say I remember TwoC made a very quick stopover to super quick stopover to the potion shop and picked up a blue earlier. I don't think we've seen that used.
There's a nice ice armos by 2C as well.
Yeah, but with half magic, this should not be too terrible.
Yeah. Stranger things have happened, but it generally isn't going to be too tough. Use the cape. Be safely.
So this has been a very interesting seed. And I'm not going to spoil anything, but the other match that was on, Game 1 match that was on earlier, has concluded. So there has been a winner in Asder and Ak as well, which is who the winner of this, which is starting to look like Jet might be the one that pulls this out. If that's the case, then Jet will face the winner of Ak and Asder in the next round of the brackets. They will be playing Game 2 in just a little bit, I believe.
Nice. Sunday doubleheader.
Absolutely. And of course, I don't want to spoil anything because I'm sure everyone who's here is watching this probably has not been watching that one. So if you'd like to, after this is all said and done, you can probably check that out for a bit before their next race starts up. But Jet making a real quick work of Moldorm number 2, using that hook shot to gain a couple of iframes against the Mini Helmasaur, and now off to Aga. Time to do some math.
Yep. Geometry quiz at the end of the seed. Ooh, nearly a triple.
Yeah, nice double though. Ooh,
Yep.
This is a beautiful setup for a triple. 2, a 3. And
Beautiful.
just needs one more now. There we go. 2, 3, 1. Shout outs to everybody who lives in the northwest part of the Lower Peninsula and has an area code.
Penalty permit, if I recall correctly, Jet used that on Cold Stare. So no green goo.
Yes. And I rule over Desert Frill stereotypes when we can corrupt the world in the pure evil and rule over all that instead. No. It's not a bad idea. That's 2C now, almost through the 5th floor of GT. But Jet is already on to phase 2. And it looks like probably going to have a nice, quick, single-cycle phase 2 here.
Nailed it.
Beautifully done.
Plenty of health.
Yep. Cycling through to get to that lamp. There we go. No real warps tonight from
0 so far. Wow.
Zero warp in. And did you find the arrows, Plan Zebus? No, of course we didn't. SM Z3 Rando gets a torch glitch. Now Jet just 12 more of these sword spins away. Now down to 10. All he's got to do is get 10 more of these.
Nice triples set up there.
It will be Jet advancing if that's the case. Nicely done with the triple there. Getting those timed just right. 2 and 3.
This is going to be tough.
Right.
No. Didn't
Nice
even try, which I think was
I think
fair enough.
He's just got 2 more cycles at this point. So should be the last 2 right here. Here's 1, and this should be it. There we go. Get your GGs out in chat, everybody. Is Jet just about to take this series 2-1 as 2C is on the way to AGA. And there we go. GGs in chat, everyone. Nicely done. Congratulations to Jet for... This was a 7,000 series train. not quite the Shinkansen that we were expecting, but a official race time, that GG time of 1:46.17. And yep, that will put Jet onto the next round of the tournament against either Ack or Astor. As 2C, meanwhile, keep that encouragement going for 2C. Just has a Ganon fight, just finishing up AGA now. So, was Ganon's fight difference between these two in the end? It was a very, very good match. Very enjoyable.
Really was good competition between these two runners.
And I think we'll hold off here for a moment and just let 2C finish this up, and then we'll probably try and pull both of them in here at the same time. Just because 2C having a good run, we just kind of want to give him his props here as he's now on to phase 2 of the Ganon fight.
Excellent.
Very nicely done. That's the first fire bat we've seen.
True.
Yeah. Nicely done. There's number 3, and of course no warps on this one, so there we go. Number 4. Ooh.
Tried to set up the quick single, but
that's
and it
all
didn't
right.
move.
Yeah, that's all right. Still got the important thing. Got the torch glitch. And there's 2C right now. I think that's 3, 4. I'll set this one on the bottom. Nice. We are halfway there. Oh, just missed that one.
Just missed that. Yeah.
Yeah. It can be a little tough sometimes just to time it, because it really is almost frame perfect the way you have to get these. That was a good spin though.
Especially.
And there we go.
Couple of nice fights.
Yep.
Oh, and we're getting a little fire rod glitch here. Very nice.
Yeah.
Time to moonwalk.
Yes, it is. I was gonna say, you know what? If you're gonna end up going out on your tournament there, why not do it in
That's
South,
the way to
right?
do it.
Yep. And there's a 1:49.06 official race time at GG time for 2C. So definitely get those GGs in chat for both runners. And I believe we have Jet right now. GG's Jet.
GG. I need a break.
You need a break. Yeah. And we do have 2C in here as well. GG 2C. That was that was great. That was great to see you do the moonwalk at the end there.
Oh yeah, yeah. I figure I might as well leave the tourney with a little bit of swag. Why not?
Yeah, we were just saying that. We're like, you know what? If you're gonna have a hard fought tourney match and it's gonna be your last one, why not swag it out at the end?
GG 2C.
Exactly. GG, dude. Wow.
Yep.
We that was a long seed.
Sure was.
It was. It
Boy,
was.
Man, boots at the bottom of pendant ice, and while technically required by logic, they did nothing.
No, they didn't.
Right. And it's one of those things that we were talking about this too, and I don't know if you guys were both thinking the same thing. Was there any consideration that you thought that boots might have been required when you picked them up at the bottom of Ice Palace, like boots or mirror, which neither. Well, actually, mirror did because mirror was checkerboard cave. But boots didn't end up being required at all. Was there any thought that, maybe I have to?
Well, boots was required by logic because of the
Right.
small key on the torch and desert. So
Okay, yeah. That makes
technically,
sense.
it unlocked that dungeon and the pyramid fairy.
Mhm.
But I mean, 2 items in desert. I will say, and I was
Right.
talking to 2C about this. Having boots did like enable me to go to desert before swamp. Because I'm like, these are really quick checks. I'll do I'll do desert, I'll do checkerboard, and then I'll go to swamp, which worked out.
Yep.
did, yep.
Exactly the same thought process. Actually, I really wanted to get mirror out of Ice Palace because I figured that there is a chance that Jet didn't do Eastern Palace, and like the flippers, were not really necessary in the sea. So if I get the mirror, maybe I will have like the flippers and then go to swamp immediately, just like gamble in the swamp.
Right.
But yeah, I found the boots and then I just went directly to desert at that point.
That was where we finally kind of had some decision points because it seemed like for a long time there was such linearity in this seed for you guys.
Yeah. I was trying to think about like how you could really diverge from the seed. Maybe if I farmed, I could have done Houlihan before Agate Tower, and I think I would have gotten Fire. I think I had enough rupees at that point to get Fire Rod, but I'm not sure I would have had enough for Pod at that point.
That's the thing.
It's
Yeah.
like really hard. Like the reason I put off Aga so much in the beginning, like I knew, like the game gave it to us within 10 minutes. Like, here's Cape, here's Lantern, here's a sword. Guess what you're gonna go do? So it's like, but there's nothing to do in Dark World. I was really hoping to like get a hook shot, maybe a hammer. Although with the glove that would have been excellent.
Redundant.
And then I was just hoping for a potion, just so I can do the mimic clip in pod, so I can at least do a lot of checks and not just, I don't know, go up the catfish and that's it. So
East City though, that's all it was.
Yeah.
Yep.
Guys,
Yeah, that was actually. I was gonna say. Sorry about that, Justin. I was gonna say, as far as asking about the Jet mentioned it, so maybe 2C. Did you when you got that early cape, were you also kind of thinking, early cape, early lamp? This might be Aga required, but I don't necessarily want to do it right away.
Yeah, I mean, I guess seeds in general are super weird, are they not? Especially like for game 3. Oh my god, like this seed overall was like, I don't know. It felt really weird overall. Pretty linear though as well. So I don't know. I didn't want to do Zora. We needed a lot of money. That's about it. I was willing to do anything else, especially Eastern Dip. If it's a pennant, I don't really mind going there. If it's a crystal, I actually kind of mind because I don't want to like double dip crystal dungeons.
Right.
Did you get the big chest and thieves?
I did, yeah.
We were gonna get to that. Yeah.
Oh. Okay, was
Yeah.
it something good in there?
A shield, yeah.
Oh, it's the third shield.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man, I skipped these big chests that was sitting on me. I skipped the Hera basement that was just sitting on my mind. I'm like, is it actually one of these? And I'm just making a fool of myself. But
We were speculating, Jet, if you were maybe especially when you were over there, if you were just maybe going to drop into Thieves Town really quick. But you didn't.
that was my gamble. I'm like,
Yeah.
if it's there, I'm probably going to lose because 2C was talking about I think it was the last race where we had Mitts access into the left-hand side Dark World,
There you go.
and you skip Thieves and do the dwarves, which I found out, gave us Hammer. So I'm like, I know what route you did at that point because you probably did all of Village of Outcasts. You turned in dwarves, you got your Hammer, and then you did Thieves. And I'm like, he has the big chest. Like, if anything is there, I've just lost the game. So I have to assume that's not my progression. Like, if I made one gamble this seed, it's skipping Thieves' big chest. That's it.
Yeah, the funny thing is, when I saw the hammer, I immediately thought that this can be super good for me. But yeah, it wasn't in the end. But it's fine. I mean, it's still a hammer, I guess.
How weird is the seed? We had Mitts in Dark World access. Like, we got Mitts and then sort of Hammer right after each other, and we still had, like, nothing to do.
Nothing to do. That was the weird part, you guys. It's just like, there's still no checks. Like,
yeah, at least usually when you get Hammer, you have something to do, but it was like, what do I even do with this Hammer at this point? So I'm like, Spike Cave, I guess? And so, actually, I forgot. I fluted away, and I'm like, no, do powder. Don't forget to do that. But Spike Cave was my first choice, because I'm like, I'm just going to follow Hammer. I don't know where to take this thing.
Yeah. That was it. It was just one of those...
I barely passed getting it. That was risky.
That was something we wanted to ask you about, because you turned the cape off midway through and then turned it back on, and I
turned it off a little too early, and I realized that I'm like, oh no, turn it back on, which was good. It worked out, but that was really bad.
I have a few iframes though. I mean, that was so close.
Yeah, don't do
your
that.
heart pounding there a little bit.
Yeah. And then I would have no magic. I don't even know if I had died there. I don't know what I would have done, because you needed enough magic to refill, and that's where Hookshot was. So
exactly. Goodness gracious. Well, you did wonder 2C because it was funny. You'd taken that Death and Mire, although it kind of maybe saved you time because you went and checked the other place for the big key. But then I wondered, are you thinking Tile Room?
No. I'm not one of those memers.
That's fair.
Yeah. I don't know, like, it was weird because I don't necessarily think I was that far behind. I guess the death kind of makes it like that.
A little bit. It's more the mentality thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know. I think I played like pretty okay, at least for my skill level. So I didn't really feel that far behind, but of course, Jet is like top tier runner, right? I'm slowly getting there, but I'm not quite there at the level. But yeah, honestly, if I have to say like something like last words, I guess, for the tourney, it was like a pleasure doing like a race with Jet, and definitely I'm looking forward to the League Season 4, where our team got into the Invitational, so that's going to be exciting.
All right, nice.
League's a lot of fun. I highly recommend all of the viewers to also watch the League matches.
Yes, they're excellent. There's a lot of really talented people all throughout the community. Obviously, 2C, getting this far, you definitely have shown quite a bit, and I know it sucks always to be knocked out of a tournament, but getting to this last bracket stage was not not any sort of small accomplishment. So I think that's definitely something to take going forward as you continue the work and get better.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, if you told me like a year ago that I would play in bracket stage of main tourney versus Jet, I would be like, nah, I don't think that would be the case.
I mean, yeah, pretty good. Good luck in your future races, and I'm sure we'll rematch sometime.
Yeah, likewise. Good luck in the rest of the tourney. I think your next opponent could potentially be Ak, who was in the previous main tourney, your opponent, right? Semifinals or something, if I recall.
He was second. Well, yeah. We got to the finals together, so we could see a finals rematch if Ak moves forward as well. So I guess root for Ak, guys. Or not. Yeah. I don't know. Whatever.
Do what you want. But yeah, speaking of that, let me check real quick here. I do believe that we have game 2 of that actual match between Astor and Hack has just kicked off on SpeedGaming 3. So that's the second half of their back-to-back. We've got there's a whole bunch of matches going on right now. SpeedGaming 5 has Hitzion and Aussie are over on there. SpeedGaming 4 is game 2 of Zelga and Paradox, which I think is also another doubleheader today. So yeah, we've got Rando all over the place. But I just want to again thank our wonderful runners, TwoC and Jet, for giving us a excellent show. Two very skilled runners. It's great to have you here, and of course, want to say thank you to Late Bit for doing all of the wonderful tracking work for us today, even when the tracker, yeah, even when it's being a little fussy. And of course, Justin, as always, thanks for co-commenting. It's good to have you here.
Really appreciate it, Nihon. It was a great time, a very, very good race, and glad to have joined you.
Absolutely. Of course, as always, remember, someone out there loves you, and we love you too. Take care of yourselves. I don't know which channel we're going to send y'all off to for race stuff. Hopefully it's SpeedGaming 3. I think that would make sense, given that that's the other half of this bracket chunk. Yeah, but take care of yourselves, one and all. Be good to one another, and we'll see you soon for more Rando.
So long, everybody.